All right, man. Just tell me something about yourself, man. Like that has nothing to do with karaoke.
Nothing to do whatsoever with
Like,
karaoke.
let's just tell me about your personality, like the way you are. Like,
Oh, well, let's see here. Man, shit, I had
who am I
scripted
sitting with first?
I had scripted all kinds of stuff, and I forgot about that. Yes, I have all the foresight in the world. So yeah, I guess. Let's see. How do we go about this? Well, in the real world, my name is Bo. In the karaoke world, I like to call me, and other people call me, the RankAmateur FeelgoodMachine, which is also eponymous for a character that operates my channel. But that's a different story in and of itself. As for me, though, I'm just your average weird dude.
I think weird is good, man.
Well, absolutely.
I think weird is fucking being different than everybody else, man.
That's the idea.
Yep.
So, in my early 40s, married, 2 kids, a very music-loving household. I work in...
I
know,
your daughter's pretty awesome, man.
Oh,
Helping
yeah,
you with
yeah.
the tracks and like really artsy and everything, and like just looking at the world in a different perspective.
Absolutely, and that's that. We push that as far as it ought to be pushed.
And I applaud you for that, man.
So
That is awesome. So
she's
what do
holed up
you
in her
do?
room now, as teenagers do.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I did when I wasn't out on the streets. Just tell me, what do you do aside from like karaoke?
Well, hobby wise, I internet a lot. Honestly, that's really it. I internet and I drink and I know things, and that's really what it boils down to. I do also enjoy building computers. In fact, if I do tech work for a local entertainment outfit, I deal with all their laptops and media libraries, and it's fun for me and a few extra bucks because he don't want to put up with it, and so he lets me.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
just
like
a matter of talking him into unassing some extra money from time to time. Dude, I need some parts. You can't keep using this 12-year-old machine.
Right, a 12-year-old machine.
Slight exaggeration, but
I mean, like a 3-year-old machine is already bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me, how did you get into karaoke, dude? Like making it,
Oh,
not singing it. Yeah.
making it. That actually started. Oh shit, pickle. Hang on, I can get a rough date reference here. Probably about 10 years ago, I had a coworker who was also into karaoke, and he hosted and stuff like that. And he got me into it a little bit. And
So
pointed me
he got
toward-
you into the whole concept, or just making it?
Well, just I knew it was possible. I knew it was a thing that could be done. I
Right.
just never really dipped my feet into it. Well, then I found out this guy that I worked with did it with just, basic tools, and I'm like, okay, well, show me what I need. And I did a couple, and then I started
What were you
diving
using?
in. Huh?
What were you using?
I started with KBS.
Oh, awesome.
Old version 3.
Yeah, the 3.0.
And
3.1,
and then as far as vocal removal, oh god, the old invert
yeah.
wave inversion and wipe the center channel.
But that was the shit back then.
Oh yeah, it
That
sounds
was
like
great.
absolute garbage today, but I mean, it was good if it sounded great if you like listening to things through a muddy sock.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, there's no comparison to now, but
Oh no.
But back then it was like, oh my God, I did it.
And when you had that one that worked, you ran with it.
Oh yeah, everyone ran with it.
So
And now the sophistication is just like,
oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
it's. Have you tried the new one, the new packages? Oh my God, dude, that is just.
I mean, the one I just put up actually a few minutes ago, it was
I just
kind of a
listened to that.
combination.
I listened to that. That was clean, dude. Yeah, dude. Like I love your style, man. Like you bring something different to the table too, man. There's only a few creators that do, man, and like you're definitely one of them. And this guy's sitting backstage too, man.
Oh, Breezy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's introducing a whole different art form to the whole thing, and I've
Dude, like that's what I
appreciated
said,
that from
dude.
the beginning.
It's like it needs like the museum of karaoke. It needs to be displayed. Dude. Like the first track he did, the Fishbone, that was fucking like out of this fucking world, dude. But we're not talking about him right now, goddammit.
That's fair.
No, but
we
he's
wish to
amazing, dude.
at a future time for damn sure though.
Oh yeah. Like I already have him like lined up for that, dude. Like for sure.
Gangster.
We're gonna add his tutorials into our site too, man. Because I mean, he can actually inspire a lot of people, man.
Yeah, just putting all the additional twists on it. I mean, I dabbled in it with a couple, but all right, Breezy, he's jumping out of chat. He's like, no, wait, don't stop talking about me.
No, yeah, like he actually like thinks way outside the box, man.
And that's absolutely necessary.
It is, dude. Like I mean, this is something that like I never seen before, man, or I even thought of before.
And it's been there in front of us the whole time, just no one ever bothered to use it.
That's what blows my mind, dude. That it just takes one person, dude, which is I don't know, guts, man. Because it takes guts to do art, man. And like he just changed my fucking perspective of like karaoke. That's crazy, man. And yeah, like your last track sounded like actually like really, really clean, dude. The backups were like awesome.
Oh yeah, that was a suggestion by, like I said, my militant Polish fan, and I'm probably butchering his name. Kamal. Yeah, he comes at me with some song ideas from time to time, and they're always on point. So,
like the blah, 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 blah.
Oh no, that was straight me. That was all me.
I love that fucking song, though.
Most complex lyrics ever.
Oh, I bet. Okay, now, like, I remember when I first met you, man, you told me the whole story about, like, all those kids and people, dude, that you chase their lives, man, like, by just bringing karaoke to their life.
Oh, yeah, the island
Like,
of
let's talk about that,
Toys.
man, because you are very, very proud of that, man, and, like...
I still am.
It was such a great story, man, and I think everybody needs to hear it, man. It's uplifting and, like, great, man. There's not that many people like that, man, that do things like you do.
And these are people that here, you know, after the holidays all get done and over with and the year turns around and everything, I intend to try to get a whole bunch of them back at the house again. So, for... Oh,
Yeah,
shoot.
don't leave any
when
details
was
out.
it? It was probably, I'm trying to get dates back in my head. Because, you know, the world shut down 2 years ago and that kind of screwed everything off. But 5 years prior to that, my wife and I went to karaoke at a place weren't really familiar with, but a friend of ours who actually used to work for us at a bartender at another joint in town that closed down. We're like, okay, we'll go see Heather. We'll go see what's going on here. And I got to bullshitting, got to sitting around and talking with the barkeep who ended up, you know, actually being the manager of the place. And before we knew it, here we are. We'll host. Sure. That's fine. Ended up, you know, he's one of my best friends. You know, at any time you start hosting at a place, it's dead for the first several weeks, but we started bringing some old regulars in, and then we started getting some different folks in, and they're, you know, what we always classified as the black T-shirt kids.
Right.
and shit, started seeing some of them every Friday night for 5 years straight, just about.
Nice.
That was, I mean, it was a cohesive unit, and hell, a couple of them learned how to host out of the whole deal too, and started picking up random Saturdays. So
Nice, man.
I mean, it was a big deal, and it was also the place where, you know, I live in small city, southern USA. I live in a stereotype. Okay, bottom line. That's just, it is what it is, and there's no getting around it. Karaoke at most places going to be Rhinestone Kittens and Find Me in the Pub and the Cease Believing and...
Right.
Yeah, you get it. And just
Yeah, you were talking about the diversity. And you were talking about the diversity and all that.
Oh yeah, and then we have, you know, a couple of chapters of a, you know, local two-wheeled vehicle enthusiasts would frequent the place, and won't get any further into which ones it might have been, but, you know, good guys, solid guys. And we would we would host for essentially dirt, which was, we'd split the tips with my buddy who was the bartender. Now, the guys I operate for now, that's $300 for he charges $300 a night. So
Oh.
I know I might have been getting ripped off, but I was in it for the love of the game, and it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, but you changed people's lives, man.
And like I said,
And
these are
brought a
people
bunch
I
of
can
different people
invite
together.
over to the house.
Yeah, dude, you were telling me about the system that you built with the projector and everything, so you can have those people there.
Oh, exactly.
That's pretty cool, man. And like, what kind of like cool stories happening in there, man? Like, how did everybody get along, being like so diverse?
Really, it's the damnedest dynamic. Phenomenally. I mean, in fact, I know of one couple now. I mean, homie is he's tall, and he's real slow spoken and real just down to earth. He'd probably shoot me if he sees this. And his girlfriend is and they pretty much met there. His girlfriend is one of the biggest hippies on this planet.
And that's a couple you told me that they got married.
No, they haven't.
Oh.
But they've been together for a minute.
And they met at the place.
Yeah. They met there,
Nice.
and then I have, and then I know of at least one other. And then, of course, you know, all 12 years ago, my wife and I met at karaoke at another place.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Like I hear stories like that all the time now, man. Like on the community.
yeah. I had just finished a split with my previous, and I was not having a great time, and my brother insisted I come out, and so I did. And there's this chick getting on stage, and he says she's about to sing "Sweet Child of Mine," and the doors are going to fly off the front. Watch. And me, I'm a dumbass. I'm thinking, okay, that Sheryl Crow cover. No.
She went all Guns N' Roses.
And I started following around till she gave up, and here we are.
Hey, that's good, man. You should never give up, man. Everybody needs to try to find happiness in their life, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's unquestionable, man. So what makes you do all the arts you like? And find like, how do you find like the music that you do? Because you're very peculiar and very like
Let's see.
handpicky.
This was something I was actually thinking about, because I kind of figured this would be asked.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so you know, ancient venues like literally Stonehenge and, you know, Mayan temples and stuff like that. They're built in such a way that they're designed for resonation. So the drums and the chants and things like that would, you know, when those certain frequencies start reverberating enough, you start feeling the feels.
Yeah, you feel it, yeah.
And so I go after songs that basically cause me to resonate
Nice.
in some
Good
shape,
answer.
form, or fashion. If it triggers just that wave, I'm just like, okay, this is good. And that's really it. That's really the pick.
Nice. So, like, you find new music, or this is music that you have listened to before, that you, because like,
It's a little
I
bit of
don't
both.
see much of things that you would have like grown up listening to that you do.
It's a little bit of both. I mean, as far as stuff that I grew up with, I mean, you could go way back on my channel and find a song called, I'm looking for it. A song by Mel McDaniel called "Stand Up," and that's a 1985 country song. But that's something I was raised on, and that I remember. And so that's like core memory type stuff there.
Nice, man.
And then also, I've done the Monkees are also core memory stuff. Loved watching that growing up.
Nice, and you also have your daughter curating music for you too.
Yeah. I mean, she's got her own picks, and she's only made like 3 thus far, but hell, some of those got more views than the majority of the rest of my channel, and I'm not mad about it at all.
Oh man, I mean, you taught her how to do those things,
And she,
how to be the way she is as well. you know?
yeah,
That's something to be proud of, man.
yeah, she's got the second one she did's already got 4,400 views, and I've only got one that's or a couple that are over 1,000. I've got one that's 10,000 in nature, but it's also. Oh wait, no, I've got 3 over 10,000. Well, the highest one is highly political in nature, so we won't go there.
Which one is it?
Well, it's that Ukrainian battle theme. Oyu Luzi Chervona Kalinya.
Fair enough, man. Like, I mean, that God respect, like, creative freedom, and like let people do whatever they want to do. So sometimes, like, it's respectful, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, like a lot of people were talking about the DMM, saying like, well, we should be the ones that don't police. But if we don't police certain things, it's gonna get out of control, and all that it's gonna reflect on us.
Yeah, there's got to be some
It's
level.
got to be some level of rules. Yes, I agree that we're humans. We cannot exist without rules.
Yeah, because we can and will inevitably fuck it up.
Yeah, like a lot of people were saying, well, like, if a Nazi pops up and like starts doing Nazi music, he's gonna outdo himself. He's gonna pretty much like dig
Yeah,
himself.
I mean,
but
yeah,
that's
that-
great.
yeah, that-
yeah. But
that
the thing
sort
is, it's like
tends to show
he's gonna bring us
themselves the door.
down with him.
Yeah,
Eh,
that's tolerance paradox indeed.
Yeah, that is. But I mean, like I understand political stuff, but when it comes down to like stuff that like I've had like a bad impact in the world, man.
Yeah.
Such as like stuff like that. Like I mean, it's not cute.
Yeah, no, yeah, because that whole situation is just fucked.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I mean, there's no way that you can look at a situation and be like, well, I understand that.
Yeah, no, that's
There's no
go
understanding
home,
there.
Uncle Vlad. You're drunk.
Exactly.
Period.
Especially being like so much music out there, like that we have no idea about. That one day we will figure it out.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like I have like 12,000 records, man, and I probably have listened to like about 4,000 of them.
They're just in queue.
Exactly, man. Like every other day, I just pick a random one and just throw it in and see what's in there.
Right.
And I'm usually disappointed, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just a picky bastard.
no, that's completely fair. I've definitely acquired CDs and stuff like that I'm just like, now, why did I think this was a good idea? Nah, okay,
Right.
whatever.
But yeah, dude. But I mean, it's good to like expand your horizons, man. When I was a kid, I was just obtuse, man. Like it was only punk rock and punk rock. Mm-hmm. And then it was just not only punk rock and punk rock, it was just hardcore punk rock.
Yeah.
But it was just like in a way where like I was trying to create an image instead of actually creating a persona.
Right, and those
You
are
know,
two very different creatures.
And when you realize that, like, there's so much good music out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
And like, and the fact that you didn't start listening to these things when you were 12, dude, because you have some type of fucking, like, I don't know, idiotic plan for your future of just nothing but hardcore. And that got old pretty quick too.
Yeah. Whereas just, now, as time goes on, you realize, what, that old 60s Brit rock, some of that was actually catchy, or,
Yeah.
this, that video game had actually some legit music for part of its soundtrack, which, I've run into on several occasions.
Yeah, the place that you sent me to, dude, it's nothing but like video game soundtracks, karaoke. I like the structure, man. It's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah, Mugen, Karaoke Mugen, yeah. And those are some real smart dudes that operate that outfit too.
Yeah, because that guy Midnight, you know him, right?
Yeah.
He's been trying to like do an app similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, like, what this guy's created is just fucking amazing, dude. It's like so much detail went into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's come up with some stuff. I remember when he first came around, and I'm just like, yeah, that's big brain time right there. That's good. That's good stuff.
And it's open source for people, man. They're not even charging money.
Yeah.
And see that's what makes it even greater, man. Like just the lack of selfish motives, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people they start the little alphas, and then like by the betas, they start asking for money and all that.
Yeah, no, they just do it for love of the game, and they went, they even went so far as to they wrote a plugin to convert Karaoke Builder project files to their subtitle format.
Nice.
So, people like us who use KBS or the like, if we use KBS, we can convert to that subtitle for it's an ass file. It's .ass.
I mean, it's almost impossible to convert to anything unless you have the software for somebody else.
You can actually open, and I didn't realize this until we were all talking about it. You can open a KBP file, what you save in KBS. You can open that in Notepad. It's a text file. Period.
That's it.
Yeah.
No numbers. No.
It's got the words, your line breaks, and it's got number values.
Yeah, that's it. It's just like an LRC.
Yeah, and so they wrote a conversion because this subtitle format is also text and numbers, and they were able to convert it. So now, if we want to contribute something to their library, we convert it, we slap it over a video, send it to their library. It's done.
Are they taking like other types of genres of music, or just
They are extremely wanting to open the gates wider.
Let's just fill them up.
I mean, why
also,
not?
I'm in the works of the 5 terabyte drive, dude, for all of us. I got someone in Europe, man, that like is offering me, I think like $5 a month, dude, for 5 terabytes.
Nice, just for the storage space.
Yes, so which I think is a steal and a half. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna pick it up so we can use it and just fill it up and like, privately for us.
Yeah,
because it'll be like
you will use approximately half of it, I believe.
We will fill it up eventually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With with the rate, all the creators from whichever side of the island, continent, ocean, whatever, keep going.
Even from like not part of the communities, man. There's a lot of creators that are actually
there's some other
really,
folks
really
out
great.
there that just are just going at it nonstop.
Yeah. And the cool thing about Karaoke Nerd, when I find like new creators, see, like I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna go and approach and scout people because it's like, I mean, I don't find it necessary.
Yeah.
If they're doing a good job, you don't let them be. But we are adding people that are not part of the community to the community part of the people that do quality stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's a lot better just to find good creators in Adam, man. Because more songs to sing, dude, that are not Zoom or like Crafon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
the staples.
yeah, like the little MIDI files or like the studio kit covers. Because there are people that are getting paid to do those songs. They don't put their heart and their soul into it. Dude.
No, they're sitting there playing off the sheet music and calling it a rap.
It's horrible. But back in the day, that was great, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but now you look at the comparison and it's just like, oh, God.
Yeah, there's zero comparison.
Oh, yeah.
I think I saw a video the other day of a major brand posted how a karaoke is made, and several of us watched it and we're just like,
what was that about? What did they say?
oh, it was stock footage of studio musicians setting up and playing, and then 3 seconds of someone doing some audio editing.
And no spacebar pushers? Creating
none whatsoever. That was not shown at all. It was basically all about, like I said, it was stock footage of studio musicians. And I'm like, that guy is rolling his kick drum in. No, this is not an actual drummer. That you do not do that.
Yeah, you don't do that. you break the frame doing that.
Exactly.
I got a drum set, like it's probably like about like 20, 30 years old, man, and it's impeccable.
Because you don't roll the goddamn thing across the floor.
That's a little bit of tape on the snares, just every
like
once.
Like you do. Yeah, snare takes the most impact
abuse.
out of all of them, so
yeah,
they're gonna get fucked.
And like, yeah, you don't do that, man. Like, I mean, even on carpet.
Exactly. So someone commented on the video and they're like, well, it's all about the musicians. And we're just like, those weren't your musicians. That was stock footage. Shut up.
Exactly. And on top of that, it's all about singing the original, man.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between doing like some shit show fucking cover than like. Because, I mean, cover bands at least do that they go and play at bars. They have soul and they do it for the passion and the love of the band.
Yeah.
These fuckers, they're doing it for the money.
Yeah. Around there's a 90s alt rock cover band around here locally that they do it because they all love the music.
Why else would you do it?
And they do a damn good job of it too. I mean, there's somebody like that I would love. If I needed somebody to play a backing track, I would holler at my guys in hidden tracks and say, hey, you mind dropping that on a track for me and sending it over? And I know it would be good.
Oh, yeah, and they'll be, like, pleased to do it, too. Yeah, I mean, like, and on top of that, all those major brands, man, because they are making money, man, because a lot of bars, they use them, and, like, they went legally against them a couple of years ago. They actually, like, just started suing everybody, so they made their money.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what, like... And, like, have you seen this? Like, if you go to the Karaoke Nerds and you start looking at the latest songs, so you have a filter to actually look at the stuff that we make and the stuff that they make.
Right.
I don't know if it's me, but it's like every song that, like, creators have done that are, like, deep cuts. Shit that, like, like a major brand wouldn't do because it wouldn't do well at a bar. But I think it would, maybe, because we did it. They start doing all our songs now.
Oh yeah, they can't.
They're looking at stuff.
There are at least one of the major production companies is paying close attention.
Oh yeah, like I agree with that, man. I thought I was tripping at first, but like no, dude. Like I see it like within like three days to like 7 days. Their version's coming out, man.
Yup.
Of stuff that like what the hell, dude.
Yeah, and that particular brand, they do tend to put out fairly quality work. I will give them that. I generally lean on them pretty hard.
Yeah.
But come on. We were here first. Stop stealing our ideas. Yes, we're kind of borrowing all the music, but come on.
See, like what I don't mind is the fact that, like, they don't put them online. They just sell them out of their website.
Yeah, they don't put up YouTube videos. They put them as available for sale for
Right.
their, $3, $5, something like that.
Yeah. But it's just crazy that, like, instead of them doing the research or sticking to the top 40s, they're actually going into deep cuts now.
Yeah. And
And
like I said, it is one publisher in particular, and I applaud them for finally
Trying
getting
harder
off
than the
their
rest.
ass. But still.
Yeah, but my fear is that one day they might come after us if they don't sell enough of those things that they're copying from us.
Yeah. I doubt
But
it.
what is the worst they can do, though? Legally, nothing. It'll have to be reported to to the artist, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, theirs is a cover.
Right,
Ours
so
is a
that's-
remix. Honestly, at the end
And
of the
they're
day,
like-
we're making remixes.
I remember that day when, like, I was getting my Ramones tracks rejected, and you were like, "Dude, it's educational."
Yeah.
You gave me the whole little thing. I pasted on. Dude, like, that works so fucking well. Like, people were like, "No,
If
don't
they
do that
don't
because you're gonna get a
respond
strike."
within 72 hours, it's it.
And people were like, "Oh, you're gonna get a strike. Don't do that." And I was like, "Man, I'm gonna try it either way, dude.
Why not? You know?
And like anything that gets rejected, I just do that, and it just works very well. Yeah,
Now, I
thank
might
you for
turn
that.
around and get blocked again later, but I mean,
Exactly.
like
Still hasn't
I've had
happened.
a couple suddenly just turn around and get blocked within the past few weeks just out of nowhere, but probably because somebody's rights negotiations changed.
True that. What was it?
Of all things, freaking Comme Susur Tot by Ariane. It's a song from the Neon Genesis Evangelion movie.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And it's a 7-minute song, which 2.5 to 3 minutes of it are outro, but it's been up forever and was actually one of my more popular things, and now all of a sudden it's ghosted for half the world.
Oh, so it's only regional or just
Well,
it's
that-
everywhere? Because I see a lot of my
It's
videos are like
it's
banned
a
in like
huge
Russia.
list of nations. It's a huge. It was one of those where they actually list out from A to Z, and it's like 53 countries / territories.
Pretty much the only ones that do karaoke.
Yeah. Like, thanks, guys.
See, a lot of my videos they do get banned in Russia, I think.
Right. And that's a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, I think that's just the political bullshit, dude. But I mean, I don't know. Like, the war is the war, dude. But like, music is music. Maybe that can stop the war.
One would hope. One would wish and pray. Because
Yeah, man,
music
it's
is for Alida.
Yep. It's like I saw what's his face, Gogo Bordello at Riot Fest, and he went very political about like the whole Ukrainian thing.
Oh,
He
yeah?
even brought like Ukrainian dancers into the stage. It was actually kind of cool, but I always believe that there's two sides to every story, And like,
Probably is, and we're never going to get it straight.
Exactly.
But at the
That-
same
that's-
time,
I said that we shouldn't have wars like that in
Yeah.
this modern age.
yeah, that shouldn't be a thing, considering
Yeah,
where
like,
we're at in this
such
day. and age.
occupations be like they deserve it or not. They shouldn't be happening nowadays, man.
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
like. But I guess that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah.
So now, tell me about your tracks, man. Which ones are your favorite one? Which ones are the ones that you actually can go to?
Most of them. I'll do just about any of them that I've created, unless there was something that I made for somebody else that I'm not intimately familiar with. Then
Yeah, I've done some of those.
then it's going to be an option for me.
Yeah, like it seems like when I'm creating for other people, like I get to know the track really well.
Yeah.
A day goes by and I forgot it.
Right, exactly. And and I will enjoy the hell out of it for and it'll be stuck in my head probably for about a week
exactly.
or so. But then it'll eventually phase out and get replaced by whatever else is going on. But there's things I can't really sing locally that I might could sing in, higher quality venues in another city, like I've been to before recently, and
Oh yeah, you went and met Funbucks, right? Mm-hmm. In New Orleans, right?
Baton Rouge actually.
Nice. Was it at his show? He runs the show, right?
Yeah, he has a weekly get up there, and
Nice.
and it was just like, man, this is what I miss about operating right here. It was the right, it's the right crowd, the right everything, and
Like the rock crowd, meaning what?
everybody.
Place?
It just a
Diversity.
lot, all kinds of different kinds of music, near zero staples, as it were.
Nice.
But everybody just appreciated everything. It was never an empty room in front of you. Somebody was always paying attention.
That's cool.
So it was just a constant, trade of. It was a circle jerk of music appreciation. Bottom line, that's really what it was. Just everybody feeding off the next person and
I
doing
like that.
whatever the hell they want.
I like that on the streams when that happens, man. Like people are like, "Oh, I gotta change my song because you inspired me about like blah 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 blah. This one and that one." It just keeps going. Like I said, Pete.
And so that's not something that happened. There's one little place around here that that'll get like that sometimes, and I can get away with doing some things, but I'll have to actually gauge the crowd real hard and determine, okay, is it okay to get away with a Rammstein track right now?
Oh, so you're talking about just something like that will be just common, like in a little bigger city.
Yeah, it's something I don't have the
that's not
luxury
even
of here in town.
Like I mean, I thought you were gonna say like Gigi Allen or something.
Oh, no, I mean, no.
So like people just give you like dirty looks for like doing Rammstein.
yeah, there's some dumbasses. There's some dumbasses locally.
I agree, man, because it's like
Because it ain't.
if you have to sit there, they're listening to their music,
Yeah.
and they want to sing, they should listen to whoever is singing
Yeah,
next
just
and
say,
the
hey, look,
choices
guess
to
what?
it. Not giving it a heart. Come on,
Yeah,
man,
it's
music.
something different that you haven't heard before. Guess what? Maybe
But I
you'll
think
like it.
you're the devil, though. You know,
Oh yeah, because it's in
and
a
you
different
gotta-
language.
and that place is gonna be freaking like curse.
Ah, it's different. Kill it.
What's up with that? German, come on. People are just crazy, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
And those are the people that do the same fucking song every fucking week for the past 50 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it's just
So, I don't get to go out that often, but when I do have to kind of gauge myself and get a read on who all's there, and
I understand your little
Yeah.
misfit setup, dude. Now, how it was.
yeah, where I didn't have that problem. There
Right.
might have been a couple of things that we would occasionally, just because the mood, it was just not one of those nights. All things considered, like, that file got corrupted. We'll get it. I'm gonna get a replacement for it, kind of thing.
Right,
But that was on a rare occasion, and it was because, considering everything going on around right now and the mood of them dudes over there and the way they've been acting, that ain't happening right now. And
Okay.
that's one of the few times, rare times, we would not have a song. But it was strictly for the benefit of the larger whole.
right.
Now, would we turn back around and make sure they could do it a couple weeks from then? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good thing to read the crowd sometimes, and like just do what read the whatever's going on at the time, politically, whatever the hell it is.
Well, and then I even just a lot of people love the song by Afro Man, the Colt 45 Two Zigzags. A lot of people love that song.
Yeah.
A lot of people are put the hell off by it. There would be times where I knew the room was much fuller of people who were put off by it, that I just had to tell one of my buddies, can you rethink that? Can you rethink that?
What was
Thank
it
you for
because of the
rethinking
song,
that.
or was it because of like?
Just because I knew folks would end up leaving.
Oh yeah.
just because it was not to their sensibilities.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, and also, didn't people try to cancel the guy too?
Probably.
So I heard something. I don't know like this.
Anyone who might have done something slightly outlandish, that's going to be attempted, of course.
See, but I think people are just forgetting, like, the code of ethics, man. Cause
it's just basically it boils down to reading a room. Read the room.
Yeah.
And that's some people can, some people really don't have a knack for it, and it's a hard thing to do. It really is not easy all the time.
Yeah, and especially when you're getting, like, you're working off tips.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I was working, so.
Yeah, you're in a queue for that, man. That's good, though. So
read it just hard. Still let them get away with something, but maybe not quite that much that night.
Right. Different crowd, like.
I'm gonna let you show your ass. You just can only show one cheek of it, not the whole thing, kind of thing.
Oh, it was that kind of party. Like, people just go crazy like that.
I don't know. Some of them maybe wished it was.
Yeah, but it's like everybody has to be on the same page.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, like, are you disappointed about, like, any artists that you grew up, like, listening to that has been, like, canceled by society for one reason or another?
Honestly, none that I can really think of. I mean, I grew up a Weird Al fanboy. That man's a saint.
You remind me of him a lot.
I appreciate that.
I think I said that to you before already. You could do, man. Like, you're always, like, entertaining and, like, always saying, like, the right goofy things at the right goofy times. Like, I had a great time with you on the stream that one day when we watched that guy eat the pepper.
Oh yeah,
that was. I had a fascinating time that night, man.
Dude got wrecked.
It was. I remember you tried to leave like at 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, and then I ended up staying around till like 1.
Yeah, till like 1.
It's like, good God, I did this to myself, didn't I?
And that's the thing. Saturdays, that's when the weirdos come out, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we have a good time.
But I don't think I have no really artists in my listening history that have been thumped off the face of the earth because for doing something stupid.
Yeah, like I think sometimes you gotta separate the artist from the music.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the actions of the artist. I mean, like, some artists, like, they don't deserve to be separated from it, but
yeah, there are those.
They must keep fucking up and end up in jail. They get out of it again. They just do it again. I mean, we cannot keep feeding those people, man.
Yeah, or if they they come across as just, oh, you're a complete absolute creep.
Oh yeah.
Ew, kind of thing.
Yeah, like I mean, who would have thought that Bill Cosby was gonna be that Bill Cosby?
Yeah. Who would have thought that the Jello pudding pop would have been the pop of the boom, boom?
The one that was setting like a moral standard.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was like America, America's dad right there, and it turned out to be.
Don't say, oh God, it's like he was actually like, he wasn't even looking at this woman in the eye when he was raping them. They were asleep. They were drugged.
Mm-hmm.
God, the universe only knows what happened to those women, because they will get up and get like $20,000.
Yeah.
That's a creep.
Absolutely, and that
But
thankfully, somehow I've managed to dodge most of those.
Yes. That's a good thing. But yeah, like but my crazy is like, how the hell did he get away with that for like so many years? Because it's not that like he got caught within 10 years. He was docile when he got caught. We're talking about like maybe like half a century.
Mm-hmm. And dum 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 dum. I mean, that's all it boils down to. Until somebody finally had enough.
And it's like you got like Weird Al example. They're like, that guy doesn't do anything like that.
No, No, he like I
No,
said, that man's a saint.
Yeah, like in many ways he is. So like even his music is very like appropriate. Mm-hmm. His parodies and like everything. I still gotta watch the movie. I heard it was really good.
Yeah, I have to. I still have to watch it also. Fully intend to.
But it's like you are a constant reminder of that, especially live. You're different when you type.
Do what now?
Oh no, you're different when you type.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
when we
absolutely.
type
I
in,
have
you're
a
very proper.
completely different.
You're like very professional.
Yeah, and I don't know really where that came from. I guess just years and years of operating online and chat rooms and other bullshit like that. IRC is where I used to spend many hours.
Oh man, me too, man. LinkNet.
And I think
RaFM,
it just sort
back
of
in the day.
flowed from there.
Yeah, that's where I got started too, man. I used to have like a couple little groups over there. I love the
And,
old
yeah,
IRC days.
I miss that, back with an old dial-up connection kind of shit.
Dude, like pretty much from like the what were those called? Not news groups, but that you would just dial into because there was no
BBS.
ISPs, BBSs. Yeah,
Yeah, bulletin boards.
that was the shit.
That was
right there,
OG
man.
right there.
I remember those days, man. Little fucking like 28K modem.
Yeah.
I remember when the 56K came out, and it was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
fast.
was a game. I thought I was something when I graduated from 2400 to 14.4. Then I got hands on a 56K. I'm like, what have I been doing with my life? And
What about ISDN?
I
Which was
missed
double the speed.
ISDN and skipped to DSL. So ISDN was always way too expensive to get.
Yeah. Yeah, like I remember just going to college, man, and just getting on the T1s. And I was just like, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
shit. Oh my god, that changed my life, dude. The second I got out of college, I was like, dude, I gotta get DSL.
Yeah, right.
But there was no cable then. And I remember getting a speakeasy.net, which it was the fastest one in the country.
I remember Speakeasy.
Did you have it too?
I think I probably used it a time or two for emergencies.
Nice.
Probably used it a time or two for emergencies.
I see. So now tell me, what are some of your favorite creators, man, and why?
Oh,
That
let's
you see
see
that they're
here.
doing something different, like Breezy.
Well, Breezy is definitely one I've been keeping my eye on, without a doubt.
He's out of this world, man. Like there's no comparison to him.
I've liked Pear. I've
Pear's
always
he's a
had
good
a
one.
had a thing for CC and Funbox. Karaoke from Spaces, with his background video stylings, that's always been just that adds. I could literally just set his channel as playing on a TV just to have background music and something amusing to watch, with all those stock videos from the 50s and crap. It's just like, the hell? What is that?
Yeah, archive.org.
Yeah, and I tried doing that for a little while, but I would spend way too much time trying to
Yes.
match to find the right thing for it. So I'm just like, I can't do this. I'm sorry.
Well, your
I'd
videos are hella
love
cool,
to,
though.
but I can't do this every time. It adds so many hours to the whole thing just looking.
Oh yeah.
Whereas now it's a 2 to 3 hour process per track.
Yeah, it is. It's
Let's
like
see
the more you get you do it, like the more little details you want to add to it.
Or adjust.
And
the
you still nowhere
timing,
near
or make
Breezy.
sure, or make sure this line falls during this scene, kind of thing. So bump the
Right.
timing or cut. Yeah, I got other shit I got to do, unfortunately.
And just 7 hours of your time gone.
Yeah, right. That belly core, just there's just any one of them, any one of the 60, 70 out of any group or not group, and just there's a reason to like each of them. There's something to respect out of all of them.
I agree with you, dude. What I like about this community is that it's not just the Caravan fonts and like the Caravan fucking like backgrounds. Everybody has their own style, man. And it does reflect on people's personalities.
Now, do I wish I could find some additional max headroom backgrounds? Yes. Have I tried? Yes. Not having any luck.
Why don't you buy like the season DVDs and just rip them out?
Yeah, I'd have to remove his head though in this case. That's the thing. I just want that backdrop. And those were some great just token 80s pop art backdrops.
Well, what about that guy in Chicago?
The one they've never caught.
Yeah, the one they never caught that hacked into the
Genius
that's
right
pretty
there.
awesome, man.
Absolute madman genius. How do you break into the airways of
How do you
two
not get
different
caught?
channels? What was that?
How do you not get caught, man? Because I mean,
Yeah.
you have to leave some type of footprints, man.
You have to operate some
The
high-powered
FCC
equipment.
has to know, dude. Exactly, dude. You picked in a second. Maybe it was like an inside job.
The rumors have had it that it was probably somebody from the industry, local media, because of one particular
I mean, you need
thing
some
he
power,
said.
though, man.
Yeah, you got to be able to.
You did for more than a second. You're fucked.
Yeah. Now, granted, of course, there's, this is in the mid '80s where.
Still, the FCC kept fucking like pretty good.
Oh yeah, especially on in big cities like Chicago and where
Exactly.
WGN.
That's an embarrassment to them, man.
Yeah. And then the first incident I think was a test run because there was no audio or bad audio.
Right.
And then the second one is when when he actually whatever the hell, I mean, he held up a can of Pepsi and some woman started smacking him on the ass.
That was awesome. It was the right time and the right era to do it, man.
Yeah. And nothing like that will ever happen again. I mean, now we have, of course,
All the digital stuff, no, it's not gonna happen.
deep fakes and crap like that, but and that's probably going to end up causing something crazy to happen at some point. But yeah, that was appropriate for the era, and nothing like that will ever occur again.
And it's like it also shows you, man, that the sky's the limit, dude. If you put
And it
your
was
mind
for a
to
damn
it,
laugh. It was for a
Exactly,
laugh.
dude. And that would have been like, what, like 15 years in prison, maybe? Millions of dollars in fines?
Oh, easy.
But they don't fuck around with that, dude.
No. FCC, yeah, they'd try to pop you for at least 20 and probably 2.5 mil back at the end.
Oh, yeah. That's just... And like you said, just for a laugh, man. That's...
Yeah.
And they knew they were going to get away with it.
I
And they
wonder,
never did it
did he
again.
though? And then I wonder where is this old bastard today? Just sitting.
But I mean, shit like that, you cannot just get it a secret city, though. Or Radio
Yeah.
Shack. We were talking about, like, that was, like, self-made.
Or he
Yeah,
had to borrow several things from several different people.
That's footprints. Somebody eventually will talk. That's what I'm saying. Like this is crazy because it's no matter how you look at it, dude, they have to be an accomplice or like multiple ones.
Oh yeah, I mean, there had to have been there was of course at least two people because you had him and whoever was smacking him on the ass, and then somebody had to turn it all on. So there's probably at least three people involved.
And where did they get the equipment from, man? Where was the equipment set? Right
Yeah.
next to the fucking like TV stations? No.
No, you would have had to tie into the main to overpower the towers for that. You would have had
that's
to
what I'm
have-
saying.
It's nothing that could have been mounted on a van in that point in time.
I don't even think the government had that type of technology.
No, so they were able to just get right into the main line somehow.
I mean, that was hacking at its best, sir. But I mean, like, it takes a lot of knowledge, man, like for someone like that to like actually do it, though. And a lot of balls too, man. And I look at that as a piece of art, though.
Yup. And like I said, one of the, of course, when I in my channel that particular rubber mask is my emblem because
I like that.
is just to me that was just like Yep, this is all for a laugh. This is all for a laugh, and this is not what you tuned in for. This is something else.
But it's revolutionary, dude. It has every aspect of fucking just like freedom there.
There is a
It's like that's what I loved about it, dude. It just fucking screams out freedom. It screams out like, we got you.
there's a video. Let's see here. The most misunderstood joke on TV, and it's a pretty good little documentary about Max Headroom, the personality himself. And that's what you look up. Max Headroom, the most misunderstood joke on TV. You should look that up. You should give it a watch. It's 40 minutes of your time.
Is this the one where like they show like all the different aspects and the person that was controlling them and everything and the voice?
Right,
I think I saw it. Yeah.
And the what he was actually designed to be.
Yeah, like
they're
like
just
fucking
everything, blonde haired, square jaw.
Yeah, but I watched it.
He was supposed to be everything hateable about a talking head, about a pundit, and yet no one got it.
No, that was a great show, man. Like I think I probably misunderstood it when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I rewatched. I mean, the only few episodes I got.
They're actually. I had seen that they were considering a remake. There were actually not a remake, maybe,
well
but
catching up with it,
revisiting it.
Yeah.
And with Matt Frewer behind the mask again,
shit.
and possibly with Elijah Wood as supporting this whole project. So
That's
I mean
cool.
that's a large name and money behind it. Yeah, there's an article here from late July of this year. They're working on a reboot.
Nice. That'd be interesting to watch with the new technology.
Absolutely, I'm all in, and I would want to see. Did he get stuck? Because I mean, it's 20 minutes into the future. That's the tagline. But I mean, and that whole series, the movie, if you can call it that, took place in 2039. I would wonder, would they reset it, or would they drag him from the 80s as being, turned off then and then turned
Into
back
the
on
future.
now? How are they going to approach this? I'm curious.
There's many ways to do it, though, especially with like all the sci-fi nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it seems like sci-fi is like ahead of like scientists with like the concepts they come up for, like the plots.
Well, I mean, it's just like the Stargate series,
Yeah.
and they had the joke with the joke within a joke, the series within a series to be plausible deniability. So yeah, that sort of thing happens all the time.
Yeah, but I wonder if they get the ideas from scientists or the scientists get the ideas from them to actually start researching.
Probably a little of both. Probably a little of both. I mean,
because if we talk about even like black holes, before we knew there were black holes, like the dude from Scientology, what's his face? The guy that used to write sci-fi.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, he's the one that like actually came up with that idea of a black hole being out there in a sci-fi way back in the 50s.
Right.
And that's pretty crazy, though, man. Like, I mean, total shit show, but I mean, if you can turn humans into sheep, dude, I gotta high five you, especially the mini.
This is fair. This is fair.
Oh man, like, especially like with that kind of like history behind it, like, because it just doesn't make sense, man. But I mean, does religion make sense at all, though? No.
It depends on the
Nothing
day.
makes sense. Exactly, right?
Depends on the day.
I swear to God. Oh, man, you're right there. All right, man, I don't want to take any more of your time. I know you got
That's
your
all
kids.
good.
I know you got things to do, man, and that was excellent, man. Like, you're always fun to have around, dude.
I appreciate that. It was good to bullshit for a minute. And yeah. Y'all know where to find me. I'm around, and if you're looking for some other interesting things, you can find me on the YouTubes. RankAmateur FeelgoodMachine's Oddball Karaoke. That's something I didn't really get into about how that channel is actually a character, but you know.
Okay. You know what? Let's get into that right now.
Okay.
I
Well,
just thought
yeah,
I
we
took
can
way too
shut
much
up
of your
with that.
time already.
Oh, nah, I ain't
I'm
mad
all
about
ears,
it.
man. I'm all in, dude.
Yeah. So originally it didn't start out like that. It was just that was the name that my wife and I used. RankAmateur FeelgoodMachine was the name my wife and I used to host. And it didn't really, there was really no significance beside it except, all the singers are a bunch of rank amateurs, and the computer that played the music was the Feel Good Machine, and there you have it.
That's awesome.
So as I did this, and I got to, I broke the, before YouTube took all the walls down, and I broke the 500 mark, and you could do community posts. So I'm like, this is an opportunity to do a little something different. So, being that the logo of my channel is a farce, it is a copy of a joke, I'm like, you know what? We can play this game. So, RankAmateur FeelgoodMachine is actually an AI in character. And he has some kind of twisted goal to absorb all of humanity by way of music. And he wants to do so by finding the things that resonate with as few people as possible. He's after 1 in 500,000. He thinks is what he needs.
So one is going to get a vibration.
And that's what whereas, like I said, I seek songs that resonate.
Right.
The machine, Mr. Machine Face, he looks for songs that cause unforeseen glitches or error codes that he has previously not experienced.
That's awesome.
So he looks for things that cause systemic anomalies.
Systemic anomalies.
Of course, so AI is artificial intelligence currently. If you don't have a lot of money, you operate it using graphics card, GPUs. Right. Well, he's operated off a bunch of graphics cards. Some beat-up, busted NVIDIA 1050 Ti's that spent way too long mining different cryptocurrencies. The cooling fans don't work on half of them. Half of them are underclocked because they burn out. He's definitely not working with quality parts, so it shows.
But it's
in his decision making. Yeah. But it shows in his decision making and his choices and his
like he's doing the right thing.
And also,
working with what he's got.
Yeah. He's working with what he has, but, still it also makes him downright rude sometimes. So he's got to work with that. So, he relies heavily on me, the operator, to make sure he doesn't cross the line.
You better keep him in line, man. One of those days, he's going to use your equipment to hack into the TV stations.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And you're going to go to jail.
I think that's his end game, is to try to just take over Netflix and stare at everybody. Because he's kind, he may also be kind of creepy from time to time. But
awesome.
But yeah, it's the YouTube channel is operated by the character, but the character is operated by me. So it's all one and the same. That's just another side of that's one way to consider, how do these songs come about? How are they picked?
I was just thinking that.
A broke ass neural net is guessing and guessing poorly.
That's fucking awesome, man. Like, I mean, I don't think it would have been a good interview without that.
Fair enough.
Did you just think